GradedGuard. So what is GradedGuard? It wasn't until recently that I found out what it actually was. I've heard the term being thrown around for a while, but it wasn't until June 29th that I really found out what GradedGuard was. So prior to that day, I saw a video where Leonhardt was trying to do a trade up challenge, and that video actually did not sit well with the Pokemon community. I actually discovered this video through one of Opossum Bud's and Kyra's video. And one of the highlights was that the cameraman forced the vendor to specify that it was a cotton candy GradedGuard, and it's only going for $60 on the secondary market. But apparently it made the slab worth so much more. Later that day, I also found out that GradedGuard was at Card Party and they were having a live event on eBay. When the time came, I joined in on the live and I'm like, okay, these GradedGuards are pretty cool, but the prices for some of them are absolutely ridiculous. Check out some of these prices here. This Nebula that you see right here is selling for $169 and retail is usually $15. This Rainbow one is selling for $120. Abyss is going for $89.95. And the last one that you see here, Voltage, $79. These sound like energy drinks. So while I was on the live, I was really seeing some of the limited edition ones being placed on some of the slabs, and I thought that they looked very good. So I thought this would give my slabs a little bit of accent color and make it stand out a little bit. So during the live, I actually purchased 2 GradedGuards, and I also managed to hit on their 99-cent bundle. So this bundle contains 5 standard GradedGuards along with a possibility of getting 1 limited edition GradedGuard. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. But for now, let's go ahead and get into the review of my GradedGuard, and I'll give you guys my thoughts and opinions on what I think about it. All right, so once again, these are the GradedGuards that I picked up from that eBay live stream. I went ahead and grabbed the standard amber along with standard ruby. And then after that, I went on to the secondary market on eBay and picked up a fruit punch GradedGuard and a confetti GradedGuard. All right, let's go ahead and get into how to actually put on the GradedGuard. It's actually really simple. I've done this before, but I'll go ahead and walk you guys through how it's done. So they pretty much come in this standard packaging if it's just a standard one. And you have your instructions on how to do everything. So they mainly want you to peel off the plastic for the inner and outer layer. And then you grab your slab and pop it in, and it's pretty much simple as that. So this is a plastic material, but it's also not hard. It's rubbery, might be some silicone in here. You can see it as like a phone case, pretty much. That's like the best comparison that I could make. And the card that I'm deciding to put in this amber is going to be this Origin Form Dialga V-Star from Crown Zenith. It's almost as simple as you just peeling off the inner. And you would think that the plastic would go over to protect the front. However, it's quite the contrary. GradedGuard wants you to insert the card mostly at the top, and then you pretty much just pop it in. Pretty simple. So the backing is what is protected. Then you just peel this off, and now you have your card protected in a GradedGuard. For my limited edition confetti color, I decided to go with this Giratina V-Star from Crown Zenith. So I will point out that after inserting some of them through the top and then trying to work your way down, there is quite a bit of pressure sometimes that you have to push the corners down in order to get it in. So with this ruby standard case, I decided to put my stained glass birds in here, and I feel like this ruby color really complements the stained glass look. And something else I will nitpick about, so on these plastics, there's like a little pull tab that you can pull to easily take off. However, on this inner side that's here, There is a pull tab, but I was not able to get it even with my fingernails. So I had to peel it off from the corner. So, I mean, if you're paying a premium to get a premium product, you expect the process to be a little seamless. So here, take that off. And the card that I'm deciding to put in the Fruit Punch limited edition graded guard is my Charizard EX Special Illustration Rare from 151. So this does complement it pretty well, but there are other colors that I think that might work better for this. They have a sunset colorway and also a sunset V2. So something else that's pretty cool about Graded Guard is that they do stack on top of one another. So it's not going to slide around if you're just trying to keep them upwards, or even if you're organizing them, they're not going to move around. And that's pretty similar to how PSA makes their slabs. They're all stackable. And another argument that I see is that why would Graded Guard protect the back of the slab and completely expose the front? Graded Guard, they try to sell these plastic films that you're able to put over the label and the card, but over the PSA slab in order to protect it more from UV. However, the PSA slab should already protect your card from a certain amount of UV anyways. So overall, my final verdict, I would say that I do like Graded Guard. I think that it gives it an additional look to the slab, and it gives it its own uniqueness, and you're pretty much making it look a little better. And at the end of the day, does it offer that much protection? Most likely you're not going to drop your slabs in the first place if it's a high-end card. But in the case that it does fall, let's say if it does end up hitting a corner, these will protect the slab. If anything does ever happen to the slab itself, you can always resend it into PSA for them to reslab your card. So here's my honest thoughts. I really do like the way that it looks. It does give a nice accent color. However, is the Graded Guard really necessary? No, not at all. However, it boils down to personal preference, whether or not you want it on your card. All right, thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you'd enjoyed everything, make sure to leave a comment, consider subscribing, and let me know if you have any questions about Graded Guard, if there was something that I didn't answer. All right, so what is in here? There's going to be one mystery PSA case along with 4 standard cases, and that one mystery case could be a limited edition one with a 1 out of 5 chance of getting a limited edition one. Let's see what we end up getting. I do feel a limited edition case, so that's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and see the standard ones. All right, so we got ourselves a red one, a blue one, yellow and green, and our limited edition one is Abyss. Yo, let's go. This one is very nice. So I actually just noticed when unboxing this limited edition one, they also gave you a microfiber cloth. That's pretty cool. I didn't see that in my other limited edition ones. All right, now I just want to quickly show you what cards I use for my Graded Guard. I decided to use the yellow for the Snorlax, and for the red, I went with my Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates. And for the blue, I decided to go with Shiny Gardevoir from Paldean Fates. And last but not least, the Abyss. I decided to use the card that fits this perfectly. The Lugia. You can't tell me that's not a perfect match. I'm actually very happy with getting the limited edition Abyss. All right, well, that's pretty much the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.